Welcome back to the Killer Media Podcast. I'm Tim. This is Nick. Let's get into some horror.
Yeah.
We got some news. There's not a lot. Then we're going to jump back into Would You Rather. It was a hit, so we're doing it again. And it was a lot of fun.
Not as long.
Not as long, yeah. Then we're going to review two movies. One of them, Pandemonium, 2023 horror movie. Then, obviously, horror movie. And then we're going to go into Clown in a Cornfield, the brand new movie.
Just
Eli
released.
Craig, just released this past weekend. Yesterday we saw it. You're seeing this Sunday, so 2 days ago we saw it.
Yeah.
So we'll get into those mini reviews. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Do you want to start? You got anything?
I was looking. I've never heard of this vinyl figure company called Mondo.
Oh yeah, Mondo. They make some cool stuff.
They have a new alien revealed figure that they revealed. We'll put it up on screen.
Making me put pictures on.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, it's like
10 and a half inches.
It's like emerald.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's like it feels like it's glowing.
It's like a big boy.
Yeah, it's a chunky guy.
Got some big arms.
So it says it's soft vinyl.
So it's like soft.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What does that mean? Interesting. Well,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah. Thought that was pretty interesting.
Cool.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, they have some pretty cool stuff. They're expensive, because they're like high end.
It's just
They've got some. They have some like McCready figures and stuff, but he looks weird. Like his arms look huge. It's weird. I'll show you later.
Mm-hmm. I think that little figure. I don't have it, but there's a figurine that's like a little guy with like a rifle as well. I don't know if it's the same. If it comes with it at all, but it's mostly the alien.
Right. We had a first trailer for the new Conjuring movie.
Yes.
The final Conjuring movie for the Conjuring Phase 1.
Did we want to watch it now and react to it? Because I didn't actually see it.
Oh, might as well. We'll do a live reaction. I forgot to put the video of us watching the trailer. It totally slipped my mind.
All good.
So watch it on your own time. But I'll try to remember this time. I have to edit it later. So I'll try. Conjuring 4. This just came out, I think, yesterday.
I have to catch up on the lore.
Yeah, you got to rewatch 1 and 2 and all the other ones.
And then on and Annabelle.
Yeah, mainly just Annabelle. And all the other ones. It was pretty good.
Don't touch anything. Everything you see in here is either haunted,
that fucking bitch,
been used in some sort of ritualistic practice.
Why is it still there?
Can't let it go.
Let's keep it. Good thing it's not Blumhouse.
Yeah, right?
Cases. Maybe 1,000.
True story.
Every case is different. Every family's different. And once we start, there's no going back. Anything can happen.
Better than Annabelle.
That's it all.
Now it's just floating.
And most likely anything will.
On September 5th. A live content? Cinematography looks like it's going to be pretty great.
Yeah. Blink.
Yo, your sink's overflowing. I'm a plumber. Why this case was there to laugh.
Stole my phone.
Classic.
Yeah.
Holy sermon. When a demon knows you personally, it's not a good sign.
You're fucked. You're pretty fucked.
Like when you got beef with a demon,
Yeah,
they're pretty petty. So
they are petty.
they're gonna come
They're
back.
shitheads.
They're always gonna come back.
They're shaheeds.
They're shaheeds.
Is that shithead? Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It looks already better than the previous one. I don't know if you saw it. It's fine. I enjoy them all, but I still wish the old
We're good.
James Wan. He did the first two, I think.
Okay.
So I wish he would come back to do these, but I guess he's just too darn busy.
He's producing.
He's producing, but he's not directing. He also produced the last one.
Okay.
But when he's not in control, it's not great.
Okay.
So we got that coming up. I'm looking forward to it. I like those movies. What else you got?
We got Evil Dead Burn.
Oh yeah, the Burn.
I wasn't even actually aware of what the title was going to be, but there's a release date of July 24th, 2026, not this year.
All right, so next year.
Yeah, there would have been a trailer by now.
Yeah, July. Yeah,
we
would have been buying tickets already.
Yeah.
Is it a sequel to Rise, or
I'm not
are they all
sure
doing
about
separate
this.
stories now?
I'm not sure about this one.
Because I feel like they're just doing separate stories now, which is fine because it's all a big universe. We know Ash is not going to be in it. He retired. He's retired.
Stop retiring.
Yeah, come back. You're the only reason it's good. Although I enjoyed Rise, but it wasn't great. But I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. It's the first time I saw the trailer for Dangerous Animals last night when we watched Clown in a Cornfield.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll get to that. I mean, it looks fine. I don't understand the premise. He's like,
I think there's like an experimental shark or something that he
like a
knows
human,
about,
like a human hybrid shark.
It's like Tusk again.
Yeah,
it's Tusk all
he'd
over.
like get ready for the next like evolution or something. But
he
looks like the villain.
He is the villain.
He's
though.
the shark.
He turns into the shark.
He's the shark.
It's definitely house shark.
Yeah, like they showed one scene of a shark.
It's land shark.
It's land shark all over again.
Land shark with better production value.
If you haven't seen it, watch it. Kind of did look like that big oil rig. Except there's no land.
I really can't get over that movie, Land Shark.
It's so good.
The beginning of it, of like them just in like the facility, like it looks nothing like the facility, but they're just.
It's so good.
The acting is.
The CG, it's top notch. Give it a watch. Give it a watch. We'll do a watch along with that movie. Got anything else?
No, I don't.
All right. No, we'll move on. There wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's stuff that we posted on Instagram, but I don't think it's worth talking because it's already like a week too late. So keep checking on our Instagram for daily updates, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know why I went into a fucking accent there, but who cares? Gotta get Willy. Gotta get Nilly. Oh, sorry. We'll get into it. No, I won't get into it because it's kind of separate. Dead by Daylight, new DLC, has Springtrap from FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's, and Matthew Lillard is voicing him.
Oh, really?
They got him to do voice lines. And everybody's like, you got him to do that, but not any Scream voice lines? You know, that would be funny. Maybe they'll sneak a few in there, I don't know. But everybody's been clamoring for some Five Nights at Freddy's in Dead by Daylight. So you finally got him with the legend, Matthew Lillard, Shaggy.
Why could I not find... I guess I'm going back to the phone.
Yes, you are.
Doesn't make sense.
Should have been prepared. Apple. Be professional.
Apple sucks.
Apple does suck. If you don't offer us a brand deal, we're not taking it. Yeah, so Dead by Daylight gamers, we used to play it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We've been out of touch, but maybe we'll get back.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's
Matthew Lillard. Come on. So yeah.
We'll play it for
We'll play a few matches.
Yeah.
Like, all right, it's old.
I'll rage. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, now we're going to jump into our... Oh, look. Once again, upcoming horror movies that we are looking forward to and maybe not looking forward to.
Yes.
Where's my list?
You don't have a list.
Where's my list? I had a list.
I took your list. It's my list now.
Give it back.
I don't know why it's not showing up on the iPad.
I had a whole list here.
It's like on my account, so like I don't understand.
Discord. It's all gone. Is my reviews here? Yeah, that's all here. Did I not rename it? No.
Technical difficulties.
Upcoming movies. I got it. Okay, now we're ready.
Yeah, I don't know what the stupid.
So I think this time it'll make it easier on TikToks. We'll just go down the list.
Yeah.
Then you do it, and then we'll talk about them after we say the whole list.
Okay. I
Just
guess you go first.
thinking about it in the future for the TikTok, I don't have to splice. It'll just here's what I'm looking forward to. Here's this. It's easier.
Okay.
A little behind the scenes there to make our lives easier. So, looking forward for me, movies I want to see this year, we got The Conjuring: Last Rites. These are in no particular order. Conjuring: Last Rites, 28 years later. Bring Her Back, which is the Raka Raka crew, the Danny and Michael Philippou. Their second movie, which apparently is like amazing. They're like, if you liked, I'm rambling. I'll get back to it. We got Final Destination: Bloodlines, Predator: Badlands. Didn't have that on my last one. I forgot about it.
You added it like last second. You're like, oh wait,
I forgot. Yeah. Then we have Five Nights at Freddy's 2, only because Skeet Ulrich is in it with Matthew Lillard, and they're both villains. So I think that could be fun. We have Weapons, and then we have Return to Silent Hill. If that is coming out this year, Google says it is, but who knows? It's apparently finished filming. They're done with that. So.
Okay.
And then for my least looked forward to, I have The Strangers 2, because The Strangers. I have I Know What You Did Last Summer, Dangerous Animals, which is the trailer that you mentioned.
Yes.
And then Bambi: The Reckoning, the horror Bambi.
You're
and then
not excited for Bambi?
No. And then we'll throw the horror Snow White in there.
Probably better. It's probably gonna be better though than
Probably
the live action.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. They're putting it back in theaters.
Why?
I don't know.
They're milking it. They're like, damn.
There's nothing to milk.
Whatever they could find.
No one's gonna see it.
They're sipping at this point.
They're
the last sips.
They're sipping. The last sip. All right, you go.
All right. I actually didn't do it how you did, so I am looking forward for Him.
Oh yeah, Jordan Peele.
Jordan,
producer.
Produced by Jordan Peele. I am looking for Five Nights at Freddy's 2 because of Skeet and Matthew Lillard's reunion. It's gonna be nice. For Weapons, I am looking forward for it.
It's intriguing. We don't know much about it.
Yeah, even the trailer didn't give too much away. A little bit more than that teaser.
Yeah.
But I really hope they don't like the trailer. The next trailers that they do, I really hope it's just not.
Just keep it ambiguous.
Yeah, I really hate when like maybe put like a little thing at the beginning, like be like this is gonna spoil a lot of.
Yeah, they should do that.
It's like really annoying.
Yeah.
Predator: Badlands, I am also excited for, but I'm also hesitant.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Like I'm looking for it. I'll see what it's about, but I'm like hesitant.
The design is ass.
And Final Destination: Bloodlines.
You're not looking forward to that?
I am.
Oh, you are. Oh, you're still on. You are.
Still, yeah.
All right.
I don't have too many that like I was like I am not really, except for like a couple. Going back to basics, there was a video I saw that some advertising of a truck with logs on them. They're putting our fear back from childhood, at least mine.
Yeah.
I don't know how many.
I watched, I think, the first two, but do I remember them? Not really.
The second one is where the fear of the log truck is.
I do remember that scene.
The highway that's the major. Like that's one of the most iconic deaths.
The two scenes I remember is that one, and then the one with like the balance beam with the nail.
Oh yeah,
those are the two that stick out in my mind.
That was one of the more recent ones.
Yeah.
And then most excited for 28 Days Later. Of course, we're gonna mention it.
Years later.
Yeah.
You said
same
days.
thing.
No, days is different from years.
Yeah, it is. It's the same thing.
IMAX, baby.
IMAX.
Tickets are still not on sale yet.
And for what I'm not looking forward for is Black Phone 2. I didn't see the first one. I was just never into it. So like the second one, it's not really on my radar. And saw the trailer for Megan 2. Oh God.
Yeah, that's on the list.
That is really bad on the list. Didn't see the first one of that one either. But the tone of the first one definitely seemed more like AI horror robot.
Like
this one, the trailer just looks like an action movie. There's like another AI versus Megan or something. It feels like a Resident Evil type action horror. Like it just seems really
screams cringe.
It's just cringy. It doesn't look genuinely good. It's just
I think the look.
Sorry if you guys are interested in it, but
it apparently is like good, but like it just screams cringe to me. Even like the voice and the way she looks. Obviously, it's supposed to be like that, but it's just like so uncanny where I don't like it.
Yeah. If you've ever played Portal games, it actually feels like the voice of the robot Gladys
Oh.
in the game. If anyone knows what I'm talking about.
I don't.
Yeah.
I never played Portal.
Sorry.
Maybe
I'll
one day.
educate you.
Maybe one day.
It's a co-op game.
I
Actually,
know.
is it? Is it? I think the
It
second
is
one might
co-op.
be.
It's co-op.
Is
One
it?
of them is.
You don't know.
I don't know. Frank played it a lot. He likes Portal.
Shout out to Frank.
Frank
Likes Portal.
Yeah, Frank likes Portal. Woo.
Also tired of the movies.
Yeah. Yeah. They're crazy.
That's all I have.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah, we'll probably review all of these movies in some capacity. So we'll let you know if we were right in our predictions. Not really predicting, but if we look forward to it and it turned out to be trash, you'll find out as they come. So, welcome back to Would You Rather.
Maybe it's not loading because I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi.
That's probably why.
Do I want to spend this time to do this?
Connect to that Wi-Fi while I gear up for this. I'll speak here as you're doing that.
I need I might need the password though.
All right, I have the multitask.
Which one?
Here.
Yeah. Do it for me.
I'll multitask as I talk.
All right.
Or you can talk. Anyway, I read the first book. I didn't know it came out already, but the first book / issue of Predator versus Spider-Man, and it's a pretty strong start. Not gonna lie.
Let me borrow it.
Okay.
How many issues is it supposed to be?
I think it's 4.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it started pretty strong. The ending was like, whoa, a pretty good tease for the next book. It's going to be pretty interesting. I'm not going to spoil anything.
Yeah, don't.
But they're introducing a character in the Spider-Man universe where he just showed up. And I was like, whoa, that's going to be a great fight. Where's the exclamation point?
I'm gonna shout out us to making the Discord. It is very close to being pretty much ready.
We have a lot of stuff in there. Thank that guy.
There's always going to be more stuff that we'll add when we think of it at the time. We just want to at least get this started and create this community.
Yeah, we got a lot of channels in there. All specifically, we got slasher channels, we got psychological horror, we got demonology. I'm sure we got a whole bunch of stuff for every fan of horror. It's where you can all get in there and converse, talk about your favorite stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be a fun time. So we hope you like that.
I think it's pretty ready. Like, I think we might even put the link in this description. I think it's pretty close that we have pretty much the basics of everything. And if you have any questions about it, you can always ask us.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to being able to do this because it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Invite all of your friends.
Incorrect.
Yeah, it's incorrect. You don't even know your password?
I guess not. Maybe it's just Apple.
Yeah, Apple. Come on, Apple.
Apple, how do I work you? I don't know how to go back. How do you can't show password?
We're old. Don't know how to work phones.
I mean, this is the password. And if this doesn't work, then we'll figure it out next time, I guess.
I guess so.
No, I don't know. It's being stupid.
Okay.
It's being stupid. Anyway, excuse that little catastrophe. I also picked up the Aliens versus the Avengers 1 and 2. Haven't got to those yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I think they're up to like 4, but the shop that I went to didn't have those 2, so that was quite unfortunate.
Back to the little phone.
Back to the little phone.
So, where are we at?
Would you rather?
Would you rather? All right, I got 5.
5? Well,
yeah.
I have 21.
Yeah, you do.
Because we can save it for next time.
We're not going to go through all of it.
We can save it for next time. So a lot of these, for me this time, are not horror movie based specifically. I do have a few in there, but I'll try to mix it up. So I'll start this time. I think you started last time. So I'll start. So would you rather have every mirror show your future or your death every time you look into it?
Show my future or my death?
Yes. So every time you look into it, it'll either show a reflection of your future or your death. like how you die.
So what if my future is death?
Yeah, right.
So either way,
I guess it's different moments in your future, but it could be a catastrophe future, and then you know you're going into absolute, just like
so it's probably like different parts
destruction.
of your future every time you walk past it.
Could be it. I guess you can.
Like
But
there's no
like,
point in knowing my death, so I'd rather just know my future every
right.
time I walk past.
But
Oh, where's the
your
but? You
but no, but I'm just saying, like, your future could be absolutely like morbid and like gross. Then you just know for the rest of your life, I have to look forward to that. And
I can
it's gonna
change it.
be
I know it.
You can't change the future.
Who fucking says? Who fucking says you're
I
not
said
God? You're not him.
this is God. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Oh
with.
yeah,
the
who
future.
wants to like view their death though? Every time.
Yeah, if it's a death every time.
Now, what if it's a different possible death, kind of like Until Dawn premonitions?
Okay.
What if we
You've
spin
already
it
set
that
the
way?
expectation. You can't change it.
Okay. I'm trying to
Better
have
luck
fun.
next time.
We'll ask it a different way next time. All right, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with the future.
Future? What do you got?
All right. Would you rather be the person being possessed or the person who has to watch the possession and you're trapped in the house with this person?
So I'm fearing for my life because this person might kill me.
Yeah.
Or I am internally getting ripped apart on the inside.
Yeah.
Someone entering me.
Yeah.
And
Either way, you're fucked.
that's tough. I'm gonna go not being possessed because I feel like that whole process is just morbid and painful.
You might get throw up on you, but at least as being possessed,
But
you don't care.
Yeah.
You probably won't care as much.
If I'm the one like
You're not
being possessed, that's gonna be so uncomfortable and just feeling that. No, I feel like getting killed by a demon from a person who's already possessed is less painful, depending on how they do it.
maybe.
Like the whole process of it happening to you, from what they've shown in the movies and stuff, just seems.
If it's
like
anything like
the
talk
worst.
to me, that's probably
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, but it gives you a high, so maybe it's good. I don't know. But
Well,
yeah,
it probably feels like you're not in control. Like you're probably like it's like an out of body experience. Like you're just not you, especially from the perspective of the Exorcist movies. I think.
yeah, I'm gonna look at it, The Conjuring and The Exorcist, where it's I'd rather be dead. So I'm gonna witness somebody do it.
Okay.
And then die by them. However, if I'm being possessed, I could be saved and then I could live.
That's true.
No, I'm gonna watch the person because I don't want to be part of that.
So you'll be the guy with the cross.
Yeah.
With the book.
The power of Christ
The
compels.
power of Christ.
Whew. All right. Would you rather find a secret room in your house that locks from the inside once you go in, so you can't get out, or
is there games?
or you have a basement but you have no idea what's down there, so you could go down there and you could die, like instantly.
But the door doesn't lock behind me.
No, but the basement, it's always there, but you have no idea what's in there. It's just the ominous what could be.
I want to be able to escape at some point.
This is true.
So I think I'm gonna go towards the basement.
I think that's a better option because then you can't get out. But again, these are like weird because you can spin it whatever way you want. You can go, oh, I'm gonna walk in the secret door and be transported into a.
Yeah. What would you guys do?
I guess you got to keep it somewhat realistic.
Yeah,
But yeah.
the basement seems. The typical basement is always creepy. It's always scary going down into a basement.
And it's like you don't know what's
You don't
down
know
there.
what's
It's
down
pitch
there.
black.
There's no way I could turn a light on.
Yeah, it could be.
Can I have a phone?
You can have a phone light.
So
No, you can have one of the. You have one of those faulty flickering flashlights that eventually dies 5 seconds in. You got to smack it.
Yeah, like in the video games where like
Yeah.
like even like in real life, the ones that are like really super powered, like lights that are so bright, they won't last.
Yeah.
They won't just die instantly. Maybe like
Yeah.
I hate that in video games with flashlights where like you have to recharge the battery, but like the battery is like really, really, really fast to go out. It's like that's way too unrealistic.
Yeah, like Dead by Daylight.
Maybe like recharge where like it gets overheated, which makes sense.
Yeah. Gets hot because it's super powered. Yeah.
Exactly. So it gets dimmer, like way dimmer.
Yeah.
I think that's a better mechanic.
Yeah. Don't die, just get super dim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still have the
take
rechargeability.
notes.
Like it has to last longer.
Yeah. Take notes.
Like Outlast. Outlast made sense because it was a camcorder. So the power consumption of that.
Constant.
All right, we're
videoing.
going off rails.
Yeah. So basement, and again, it depends on what kind of
basement.
person you are. If you're like not afraid of like basements or like what's there, like of course you're gonna choose that.
Yeah.
So, but again, you don't know what's in that room.
I'd rather be able to attempt to escape. I don't want that door locking on me because who knows what's on the other side of that either. All right. So imagine you are in a zombie apocalypse in this scenario.
Okay.
You've created a small society compound. Like you're kind of thriving. It's not like perfect.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like a small community. Think of like
Andrea in the
maybe
Walking Dead.
Andrea in The
Okay.
Walking Dead. But you have a chance to get out of there. So would you rather travel by foot for weeks? No, like that's the only way that you can get there, by foot, knowing there is a perfect civilization if you make it. Or would you rather stay in the compound with the same little society that you created? You don't know the exact time that it'll take to reach that perfect civilization. It could be a year.
It's indefinite, pretty much.
It could. You don't know. Like it's just you just know that it is there. Like you 100% it is out there, but you don't know how long it is. So like, are you willing to take that chance, or just stay in your little?
I feel like in zombie apocalypses, you have to always strive for the next best thing because eventually you don't know how long it's going to take, and you could run out of material. You could run out of supplies. So I feel like, what are we in the Walking Dead universe, or like what universe am I in? Like, are we in World War Z? Like, how fast are these zombies?
I'll say they're a little bit faster than The Walking Dead. They're not like
medium speed.
They're not crazy like 20.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not World War Z. But I'm not gonna make it like super easy. Where like The Walking Dead, like I feel like it'd be way too easy.
Right. And you said like weeks.
It could be weeks.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like the walk.
Yeah, you don't know. But
So
you have to travel by foot. So you'll have to be
sense.
making camps along the way.
I feel like you have to strive to push forward in zombie apocalypses because if you stay too long and get comfortable, it could be a little risky.
Yeah, but at the same time, you've created a little farm. Like you have farms, so like you actually have crops. Like you have like a nice little society going. Like it's not the perfect, but there is the perfect one where like it's pretty much back to normal.
Yeah,
like they've created they've enclosed it. They've created the perfect it's back to pretty much normal.
I'm going risky. I want that perfect life.
You want that perfect life?
Yeah, I want it back. I'm
gonna risk video games back.
Yeah, and bacon. I'm gonna go for it.
All right,
I'm going for it.
Tim goes for it. I think I would try for the same. I think depending on how long you've created that society, I think you'll be like, how long is this going to take for us to even keep surviving like this?
Right.
I would just be like, it wouldn't be like a suicide mission where like, I'll just be like, there's potential to die, but like, I'd rather try to strive for that.
Exactly. You got to strive for something. Got to have something to look forward to. We got. Oh, that was yours.
That was mine.
Yeah.
Not yours.
All right.
The fuck you, horse?
Yeah, I am a horse. Would you rather get killed by Samara, the Rain Girl, or the Thing?
Ooh. See, for the Thing, are we like? I have a funny one for the Thing.
And I guess you can say it two ways because you could get assimilated by it, which I would assume is a painful process.
Yeah.
Or just get killed by the giant monster thing. You know, however that I guess if you get killed by the monster, it's easier.
I'll probably become a part of it though. But like you're assimilating. But like, are you actually
like you still have the conscience? Yeah. Do you still have like the conscience of that you're?
It's not really like something that was
kind of like in The Substance where she's like on the back, her face is there.
Yeah, I don't. Like I feel like it's not like that.
You're just gone, but it looks like you.
It completely takes over all of your cells. So I think anything before you is gone.
True.
Like there's no prior self. So like you wouldn't be aware after.
Gotcha. So it's just probably a painful death of it slowly sucking your life away.
There's at least
they don't show you how it's done, but I assume it's something.
And the other option is just death by Samara.
You're gonna look in her face and she's gonna snap your neck, pretty much.
Oh, that's instant.
But it's scary.
Either way, I'm dead.
So the lead up is what's the scarier lead up though?
Like
seeing her crawl out of the TV, slowly coming at you, or getting slowly eaten by the Thing.
That'd be like a scary movie. Just whack the bitch.
Yeah. Swing her by their hair.
I'm gonna go with Samara.
Yeah.
I think Samara, whatever it is.
She's scary. I feel like it'd be a quicker death though.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be as long.
You look into her eye, and she'll look into your eye, and you'll create a bond, and you'll fall in love. No,
it's the 8-second look.
I can fix her.
There's some baggage there we can talk about. We can trauma dump. Maybe that's the way out. Just trauma dump with her. We got.
Excuse me, I'm getting over being sick.
Yeah.
Would you rather be trapped and trying to escape a sinking cruise ship surrounded by piranhas from the Piranha movies,
Oh, brutal.
or a shark from Jaws?
I have a
Either
similar
way,
question.
while trying to escape, at some point you have to go into the water.
Fuck.
Like, there might be like something you have to flip.
Piranhas. Shark. Some 25-footer.
Really?
Dude, I think so. I would not.
It's only one shark.
Yeah, but it's like 5 of them. It's a big fucking shark. Look at that thing. Look how big it is.
That's,
You want that coming at you?
it's average.
You want that thing coming at you? No,
Honestly, I feel like
I
being
can't.
bitten alive by piranhas is terrible.
But it would be faster. Sharks, it's not big enough to get you in one bite, and it would probably play with you. It likes to just tear at you slowly. You know, it's not going to eat you in one bite. Piranhas,
But
at least
piranhas are
will
quick
attack.
though.
They are quick, so it'll eat you
Yeah.
faster.
That is true.
Seeing a giant shark come at you that big slowly.
You only have to deal with one shark though, so you only have to keep your eye on one thing.
Yeah, but once it sees you, you're dead. You can't outswim a shark.
Yeah, I can.
Not that shark.
I'm
You
Michael
can't
fucking
outswim
Phelps.
piranhas either.
I'm Michael fucking Phelps.
I mean, piranhas are fast, but no. Piranhas.
There's no way you outrun piranhas though either.
No,
No.
you can't.
You can't
But
outrun
you
those
die
fish.
like in 5 seconds.
You find all
literally
right. Say we find flippers on the sinking ship.
Either way, you can't.
Hey, a little bit faster though. Have you
Little bit
ever
faster.
worn flippers?
No.
In the water, dude, you go fast.
I know you go fast, but sharks,
Fast as fuck.
the shark that big, fuck that. 25 feet, maybe bigger.
I mean, have you seen those videos where like the shark's coming at you, just kind of like
You
dodges
just
it?
swerve, say, hey, psych.
just swerve and psych, and then push the
Psych.
shark away. He gets confused.
Yeah, not a great white shark. I don't think it's gonna work that way.
I'm
You
going
try
with-
again.
I would go with shark.
You take your chances.
I take chances with the shark.
Are you guaranteed to die, or can you live?
You could live. You're trying to escape the sinking ship. Your task is probably to like
All right. Either way, I know I'm gonna die.
get
so
to
I'm
like the
gonna choose
lifeboat.
piranhas.
You have to.
I'm gonna choose piranhas. However, it is my life goal to go to Australia and go in a great white shark cage in the middle of the ocean. I do want to do that.
You do actually.
I do want to do that because I'm in a cage. I'm sick.
Something about
I'm sick.
oceans. I don't know if I want to do
They're
that.
scary. You don't know what's down there.
Exactly.
I would do
Ocean
that.
it pretty much makes up a lot of the land on Earth. Not land, but it's
like
just the area on Earth that like, is
73%.
undiscovered.
We've only discovered 4% of the ocean. There's 7.
Think about that.
That's horrifying.
There's
Why
a
did we
lot-
stop?
There's a lot of
Why did we stop?
for good reason.
There's something down there. There's something down
Pretty
there.
much technology. It's the pressure.
No, there's something down there. They saw something.
Atlantis.
All right, what do you got?
That's why
yours.
Atlantis.
All right, what do I got? Here's a cool one. How many more do you got left? Because I got to be smart.
I got 2 more.
2 more? All right, so I got 2 more. So, would you rather be cursed to forever speak in a language that nobody can understand,
Oh God.
or
It's like
you understand all languages but you can't speak?
I would definitely not do the first one. Just think about the Wolfman.
That would be
As much as it was not really
annoying as
that good of a
hell.
movie, that must be annoying because like he couldn't understand anything his wife was saying. She couldn't like he thought he was, but like he couldn't. So
No, but you could understand.
Yeah.
Other people, but they can't
So
understand.
I'm saying that in the first scenario, that's like
yeah,
the Wolfman.
it would be so frustrating trying to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
Every single.
But
time.
at least you can do actions. You can mime.
Yeah.
You can't speak though, but you can mime.
Can I write down stuff?
You can write.
Okay, then I'll do that. I'll just write forever. That's
yeah,
fine.
you just can't speak. You just have to write.
That's fine.
So you're mute.
Podcast is over.
And you understand all languages.
Exactly.
You're just God.
I'm
You're a multilingual God.
bajillion lingual. That's
You're
every
language.
Every single language.
You got the power. You're like Bruce Almighty, without speaking, and powers of everything else.
Yes, I'm not God though.
No.
So what's the point?
You just know language.
I would still rather just. I wouldn't be able to talk, but I think that would be fine. I'd be able to at least
Yeah.
communicate with writing stuff down.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
Not having nobody.
I could still
understand you.
enjoy movies and video games. So like,
Yeah, 'cause
that's
you-
fine.
And you don't have to listen to subtitles anymore.
I don't.
Fuck
Yeah.
subtitles, and we'll get into that.
I was fine with the movie with the subtitles.
Yeah, it was better. I'm getting used to it.
Gotta get used to it. All right. Would you rather be caught by the thing alone on the toilet where you semi-fused to the toilet, or caught by the thing while having an intimate moment and you were also fused to the toilet?
What kind of question is this? Who's getting intimate on the toilet?
It's a little fun one.
So one way I'm doing it alone, the other way I'm not so alone. Am I that petty? If I'm going down, someone else is going down with me. So I can't escape. I'm just.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Is the thing the toilet? What
No,
is
but I
the
think
thing?
maybe it assimilates somewhat with you.
Like
Sort
someone
of.
just busts down the door, and just that's the thing.
I guess so.
I'm here to assimilate you.
Yeah.
I guess I'd probably be alone.
Okay.
I don't want to take another innocent bystander down with me.
That was a fun one.
That was pretty fun.
Either way, you're caught on the toilet.
Yeah, and dead. What would you pick?
Yeah. Toilet or toilet?
Yeah. Toilet or toilet? One with a little more intimacy. It's just I have so many good ones. All right.
Save them for next time.
Would you rather be? I have one more though after this one.
Yeah.
Would you rather be forced to live in a house where the walls bleed every night? So like the walls are oozing green. Oh wait, they always do that.
Oh, yeah.
So like
they
that,
always do that. So
like that, or where eerie disembodied laughter is always heard at 3 a.m.
what happens to the ooze? Does it go back to normal?
You gotta clean it.
Fuck that. I'm not cleaning it every time.
You gotta clean.
Wait, how
shit
often does it ooze? Is it like
every night?
3 a.m. I'm hearing shit.
That's horrifying. Huh? And you don't know where it is.
I don't care. I'm like,
Just like-
I'm not gonna clean up that shit every single time. It's ooze. It's
And
probably
it's
like
every wall.
yeah. That's depending on how big your house is. Like that's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
So I'd rather the 3 a.m.
And it's blood. It's hard to get out.
Yeah.
Or you just keep it like that. And I
Vinegar.
got red walls.
Vinegar.
I got red walls.
Vinegar, I think helps
Red walls.
with blood stains.
Or you could have
don't
a
ask me
sick
why.
montage, like in It, where they clean the bathroom with the sick music and the sick montage. Could rock that every day.
But to me, that's not gonna be the montage. It's just gonna be hard ass.
But
work
after
to
the
do.
fact, you can edit it into a montage and look back on
No.
it.
Why do you? What do you want me to pick that one?
No.
It's 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up to
I
clean
could
up.
eat and listen
blood
to
and mold.
laughter. Creepy ass laughter.
You can put headphones on.
That's true.
Loopholes.
Unless they're on your head, so
Ooh,
you always hear it no matter what.
that's fucked up.
You can't just put headphones on. I think that's
All right, what if the laughter starts at 3 a.m. and goes for like 2 hours of constant is laughing? Eerie laughing, like scary laughing.
I'd still rather that.
Yeah, probably. Okay. All right, what if it... No.
I would
Blazer.
get a job to where that I'm up at that time. So wait, is it only at my house that it happens?
It doesn't say. It just said laughter's heard at 3 a.m. So I guess it is in your head.
Okay.
Wherever you are, you just hear it.
Okay.
Like in the distance, echoing. Like someone's watching you.
So I probably wouldn't be able to sleep at the night. Like I'll have trouble sleeping. So I'd probably have to find a job that like where I have a better
The
schedule.
night shift.
Yeah.
Like a morgue. Or the graveyard shift.
Yeah, that's a good idea. While also
Yeah.
3 a.m. hearing
yeah,
fucked
work
up
at the
laughter.
morgue. Let's go.
The morgue's assistant.
All right, excuse me.
All right, you come across a tree that gives you 2 paths to choose from.
Ooh.
Talking tree. Where the fuck did this
Ooh,
come
Wizard
from?
of Oz.
Would you rather go down a very dark, creepy path that may or may not be scary and try to kill you, but is pretty short? So, like, it's pitch black. It's kind of hard to see where you're going.
Mhm.
Or you go down a bright path, but it's of a copy and pasted suburban homes where everyone acts very strange and very off-putting, and it's much, much longer path. The brighter path is like 10 times longer than however long the dark path is. Either path you choose, whoever you meet, you must make eye contact with them.
I have to.
Yeah.
Pitch black. Am I safe?
No.
Oh.
You're probably not safe.
Oh.
But it's like, it's pretty much the dilemma of you probably know what's expected in like a very dark, like
Yeah.
you'll
You can.
but this
yeah.
bright, if you've ever seen, there's a movie called Vivarium, Jesse Eisenberg is in it. That's where I kind of got the idea for this one. It's like a very uncanny valley type suburban home, and it's like you just got it goes stretches and stretches forever, almost forever. There is an end to it, but
Right.
it's just
Long.
Can you take that much longer, or would you rather go straight to like?
Because I'm gonna go with the bright path, only because I can see what's around me and I have a chance to at least run away. You know, if I see what's coming after me. If I don't see, I could run into shit that I don't know where it is.
Maybe.
And if I'm making eye contact, I can kind of predict their move. Maybe. I'm gonna go with that one.
There's maybe flickers of light in the dark. Like,
Yeah, but what if I see something scary?
oh,
Yeah.
beat it up.
What if I see something scary?
You're gonna go with the bright.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pick that one.
You wouldn't pick that one?
Okay. I think
You think you're a brave man?
I am a brave man.
I'm a grown-up man.
It's a lot shorter to go through when I'm done. I don't know
And
how
you know
long
that though. You know it's shorter going
Yeah.
into it.
It's a shorter path. The brighter path is way longer, 10 times however
just a
long.
nice-
Like I don't know the exact length, but it's
It's
like,
just a nice neighborhood with people looking at you.
but it's very like you know something is off-putting. Every person that you meet, you have to make eye contact with every single time.
Yeah, I think I'm still gonna choose that one.
Okay, I think
Seeing is power. Knowledge, power. Seeing is knowledge.
the power within.
Knowledge is power.
All right, that's it for mine. Did you have one more?
Yeah, I gotta pick the right one though.
The right one.
Don't look.
Can't read it from here.
That's what you think.
Oh, that's a good one.
Here's a fun one.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Would you rather have nightmares every night that come true, and they're not dreams, they're nightmares of whatever. So have nightmares that come true every night, or you're never able to distinguish reality from your dreams ever.
Ooh.
So you could be dreaming right now, and you have no idea.
What was the first one again?
You have nightmares every single night, and they come true.
They come true.
Or you can never be able to distinguish reality from your dreams.
Do I know that I have the issue that...
No.
Okay.
Because you can't distinguish. You have no idea.
Okay.
Like, you have a suspicion of, like, just confusion. But you don't know, like, oh, this is what I have. It's a disorder. You don't know that. You're just confused all the time.
This is a crazy one. I'm thinking...
Because you could, like, have this whacked up dream. And be
Yeah,
like,
and
yo,
it comes
Tom,
true.
yesterday I was just at the store, and this fucking gorilla just walked up to me and handed me a banana.
And it comes true. I get a free banana out of it, though.
No, that's the one of... that's not a nightmare. That's the distinguish from
It
reality.
has to be nightmares?
Yeah, it has to be nightmares. They come true. You can't win $1 million and have that come true.
Well, what if I win $1 million in the nightmare, and then the nightmare starts? Like, it's something off about that.
I guess.
That would still count.
Something that's like, I guess, nightmare as if defined as scary or someone's trying to kill you.
And how often...
So you could conjure up a real Jason Voorhees and bring him to life.
I don't know. That's a good idea.
It could be cool, though.
And
You know?
for the other one, how often can I not distinguish? Is it like
It's your
pretty
whole
much...
life. It's forever. You never know what's a dream or
So
what's real.
pretty much, you're asking if I want schizophrenia.
Pretty much. It's pretty much like that. Like, you dreamt, hey, I won $1 million.
Anybody who knows what schizophrenia is, like, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Who does know?
Who actually
Do
knows?
they know?
It's probably tough. Like, I can imagine how fucked up.
The
that probably
dad
must feel.
from Diary of a Wimpy Kid has it. Those are sick trailers, though. I want to see that movie. Who's the laugher now? Those make me laugh.
Either way, it's very bad. So I'm gonna go with nightmares every day, and they come true.
At least you can have your iconic horror villain in front of you.
Yeah, I guess so.
You can say, hey, I met him. And then you can kill the whole world. You're responsible. But hey, you're dead. Who cares?
Can they ever despawn? Like, so, like, as a new nightmare, the next day I have a new nightmare. Does that past nightmare go away?
That's a good question. Maybe you conjure up like a whole horror Marvel universe here of all the villains unite. You know?
And I'm the god of them. They'll see me as a god. I gave them life.
Yeah, but they're trying to kill you.
I'll give them a play. I'll be like, hey, I'll conjure whatever the fuck you want. I'm more powerful than you, Freddy Krueger, because I could just fucking wish a nightmare. I could have a nightmare.
I feel like that could work on some of them, but I feel like Jason or Michael, they don't give a shit. They're just gonna kill you.
I'm still gonna go with that one. I'm gonna try.
I think that one could be more fun.
Hey, Jason's not gonna kill me. He's got mommy issues.
Yesterday was the 45th anniversary of the first movie.
Oh, yeah.
45 years old. So I watched it. It's a good watch.
Somebody died as well, unfortunately.
The actor of the second one.
Yes.
The blonde-haired girl. She died. Rip.
Rip.
Rip. All right. We're going to jump into Pandemonium.
Pandemonium. A whole bunch of crazy...
2023, not comedy. This guy over here texted me like a week ago. yeah, we can watch this Pandemonium. It's a horror comedy.
That's because
I put it on, and I was like, the fuck is this? Not a fucking comedy at all, in the slightest. It's depressing.
Well, let me see who it was that.
It was a whole Parasite thing all over again. This is no horror. It was horror, but it wasn't comedy.
Where it is. I want to look at. I want to see who the person.
The person just said Pandemonium.
Yeah.
And whenever I searched it, I only saw that one.
Where is it? So, Non-Stop Horror Official is the one who recommended this. They had a movie called Double Blind and Pandemonium. When I spun the wheel, Pandemonium was the one that was picked. When it popped up for me, Pandemonium was like a 1980s horror comedy about like a serial killer. So that's why I thought maybe it was this one. But as I was thinking about it, the premise of like underrated horror movies, I was more like, it's probably not this one.
Yeah, I would think the French Foreign one is more underrated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1982.
Yeah. So that's why at first I didn't watch the horror comedy, but I was like,
Wait,
is
this
this
one?
really the one that we're supposed to watch?
This one?
Yeah.
that
like a spoof.
That just looks. that still frame blurry image looked hilarious. So we're gonna watch this next.
Yeah.
What's that?
We'll watch the other Pandemonium.
Hey, maybe that's the
horror
movie.
comedy.
Eat your oatmeal, bitch.
I doubt that. That was
Could
not.
be,
There's no
though.
camping.
Yeah, stupid.
It does say it's summer camp.
We're gonna find.
I
that
doubt
movie.
it.
We're gonna find.
I
that
really
movie.
doubt it's Pandemonium.
Anyone out there watching?
That'd be crazy.
Give us that movie.
Why should it actually turn out to be
right? TikTok viewers,
Yeah.
find the movie.
Thank you, Nonstop Horror Official. Wait, Nonstop Horror Official. Yes, I got that right. For recommending this movie.
Well, let us know if it's the right one.
Yeah, because you didn't have a year for which one. There was maybe several other movies that said Pandemonium, but we were pretty much sure it was this one.
Yeah.
So if
'Cause
we're
it made more
wrong,
sense.
yeah, this one was 2023.
Yes. All right, so we'll jump into it.
Pandemonium.
Did you give this like a full review, or are we just going to talk about it?
I did a full review, but we can.
Yeah,
We don't have to dwell too.
Yeah,
too
we're not
much
going to
on it.
break it down into each individual category. We'll give it a score and then just talk about it.
Oh no, that's what. Just but not like.
We'll give it the
like,
overall,
quickly.
but we're not going to. We don't have to delve into it.
I think it's worth delving into a little bit, not just
we'll-
quickly.
We'll
We're
give
not
it a
gonna,
talk.
we'll
We're
give
not
it
going to just give a plot synopsis and fuck off.
Or should we? No.
Fuck off, Doc. we're gonna talk about it.
But we'll start off with our overall score
Yeah.
review.
All right, 3, 2, 1,
5.7.
5.2. This movie's ass. 5.2. This movie is so ass.
Uh-oh.
Not to get started on the subtitles, which it didn't really bother me. And you can't fault the movie for that. So
yeah, you can't.
I just had to get that out of there. I hate subtitles. The first 20 minutes and the last 20 minutes were the strongest parts of this movie.
Yes, I
They were
100% agree.
really good.
I 100% agree.
Because
with that.
it's a mystery. It's like what's going on.
Yeah.
It's a cool plot. And then they just nope. We're just gonna anthology it up.
Yeah.
And not connected at all.
Yeah.
And
the themes were connected.
There's
That's what was
definitely
connected.
underlying, but it makes you think, and it's too much. It takes you out. It's weird.
It does.
Yeah.
It had a strong start with the mystery of
Right.
and it was abrupt where you're pretty much put in Nathan's perspective of
Mhm.
he has no clue that he just died, and
Yeah.
then he finds it out, and you're kind of with him, the shoes, and then the two doors come up, and you're like, oh, what the hell is this?
Mhm.
And then once they walk through the door, the other guy that was in the accident,
He's just gone.
Daniel, he's gone.
Yeah, they don't mention him ever again, which I thought there was going to be two main characters that you're going to follow.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I thought.
no, they never finish his story. They do, but they don't. There's a lot of underlying themes. You have to dig at it. I was in a Reddit rabbit hole, and it was I have no idea for sure, but this is what I think, and it was whew, it's got too much.
It does.
And you got to think that much. It's not great.
Yeah.
If a movie makes you think a little bit, that's good. Well, you give it a 10 out of 10.
It was passed.
You didn't change it. You gave it a 10.
No, I had it down here.
Yeah, the scores I gave it the highest is the rating. I thought on all the stories, I thought the rating was pretty good.
Writing, I gave it an 8.
I gave it a 9. It was pretty good.
Entertainment, I still gave it a 6 because just the general premise was pretty interesting of the question of afterlife and death. Apparently there's no afterlife. It's just hell.
It's just
they were sort of in a purgatory at first. The thing is though, the girl went through the heaven door. I'm gonna call it the heaven door.
Or is it just a facade?
Yeah, because that demon guy told Nathan at the end, he's like,
No matter what.
No matter what.
Tend to your sins.
Yeah.
What if you have no sins?
like the little girl who's innocent.
Yeah, what do you have?
She can't really have. She doesn't have any experiences that would allow her. All of her faults are more of like
mistakes, kid mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah, they're kid mistakes.
Oh, I
Because
threw my
most of the
grandma.
time you don't really know better, except for the little girl that is in the story.
So maybe you still have to atone for them, but they're not as harsh. It's just a different way, but it's still like a hell, I guess. Or is he just saying that because he's in hell? I don't know. They don't explain. Anyway, to get back to the beginning, I thought, because it's funny because the door, the heaven door, I wish they, because he's like, oh, you hear that music? I wish they actually had like subtly in the background where you can hear it. It was just totally silent for us, which I guess could be a way of we're not dead yet, so of course we can't hear it. I don't know.
see.
You could make it like that, but just to add to the scene, I think that would have been nice. But I think the door, the heaven door in the beginning, was meant for Daniel, and then as he dilly dallied more and revealed like that he accidentally killed this girl, like, and he was just putting it off and blaming everything on everybody else. They like, no, you're not worthy anymore. You're going to hell because he's blaming others. So that's a sin too.
I think it already decided which door you were going to go through, no matter what. So I don't think I think the door was for the girl,
but she wasn't there yet. She popped up later. She wasn't dead yet, so it can't be.
It was getting
Think
ready
of it
for
that
her.
way.
I'm thinking it was getting ready for her.
But then how come, if it was getting ready for her, then how come the doors weren't already there at the beginning of the movie?
It could just be like a movie plot hole thing. I'm gonna
see, this is what the movie's ass. There's a lot of ways you can spin it. It's
this
very.
Movie, I thought the movie had a lot of promise. I really liked the beginning. I was interested. I thought it was gonna go through why Nathan killed his wife specifically, and it actually reminds me of Silent Hill 2, James's story of killing his wife because she's sick, and he does it. We learned that James does it out of selfishness, which I would assume the same thing was Nathan because the guy
she didn't ask for it.
Yeah,
but he thought it was for the best, but still murder.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, the story is interesting. When Daniel asked about his wife, and he's like, "Mind your business."
Yeah,
I was like, "Yeah," but like, there's two different people. Daniel was pretty much accepting of like just being dead. He was like, "I miss my wife, but
I'm dead.
I'm dead. There's nothing I could do, but I'm fine with this." But Nathan was like, "I'm a good person. Like I can't. I want to go back." Like,
but he did go back.
He had regrets. He did go back.
He did go back.
Yeah, we learned that.
I had to read up on that.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know what an antichrist was. I'm not like I wasn't a big.
The antichrist is the opposite of Christ. He's like a devil.
So
demon baby.
I'm confused though. I'm really confused about that because like, aren't the demons kind of bad? Like, are the demons technically good in this case?
No, they are bad, but yeah, wouldn't they want havoc to happen in the world?
Yeah, that's what I'm confused.
Or maybe they view the antichrist as a good person. I don't know. I don't know a lot about that stuff. But the Antichrist is obviously the alternate of God, which is bad. So he's like the devil, isn't that what an Antichrist is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll touch back into that. But I think to fix this should either be a short story, hour long, and cut out the middle and just keep the beginning and the end.
So just
make it a 45-minute short movie, short story, short film.
That's a good fix.
Yeah. Or make it a TV show and have an anthology like Black Mirror.
Okay. I had another fix.
Just fixed.
I don't know how it would go. Where did I have it? Like the exact. I think if the stories were all connected to Nathan, like maybe they were people in his life that he's at least come across at least once that he's remembered.
That could be nice to bring it back to him specifically.
And then have more stories, but they're shorter. So like you're kind of like you go through a story like it actually has a bit middle, beginning, and end. I think the stories were just very drawn out. I think the little girl, like the stories were like so drawn out that like at a certain point I was like, okay, I kind of understand like the premise. Like what's the reason of this all still being here? Right. And then we go to the second story about the mom and the daughter, and at that point I kind of was like, I kind of get the gist of it again. Like it just went on too long. I think the story should have been shorter. I think they should have been like those like short films that you see on YouTube, like that length, like 10 minutes max. I think they went too long for these. And then by the time you get back to Nathan, you're like, the hell?
Yeah.
Like I was looking forward
Right.
seeing more of Nathan, I
Mhm.
was like curious about his story, but they don't go through that. And then he
Yeah.
just 4,000 years.
4,000 years. Oh, it won't be that long.
And then he killed him. The guy
he killed
killed
him by
him
accident.
instantly. Like what?
Yeah.
was
So apparently, if the demon, the bully
Billy.
demon,
Yeah.
the Billy
His
the
name
bully,
is Billy.
like that's your 44,000 years of just purgatory torture. But he accidentally just straight up kills him in like 5 seconds.
Well, apparently this happens again because the guy
Yeah.
comes and he's like, "You can't keep happening."
Yeah, and if you kill them, then they become the Antichrist. Then they're reborn in like a different, they're reincarnated in a different body.
Yeah.
Which again, would that person have the thoughts, or is it just who knows? How does that work?
I don't think they have the thoughts of the past reincarnation.
So Nathan didn't get brought back to life.
Yeah.
So it's just
I think
he
the
gave
idea
somebody
of the soul.
a new life.
Yeah.
Okay. He gave life.
And this is why life keeps happening, I guess, because the guide was like, "This keeps happening." So I guess
So every time a baby's born, they kill someone by accident. Is that what it is? Do they want nobody to live?
I guess so.
It's very confusing.
Yeah.
Very confusing.
That's why I wish they would have explained this more.
They should
and
have.
I think the movie would have been better.
Right. Like the second, I guess one of the ways to continue Nathan's story, because his whole thing was, I'm innocent. I've been good my whole life. I made one mistake, and that could be the second story with the mom and the daughter, because in her eyes, she's just a busy mom. The careless thought of not listening to your daughter got her killed. Oh,
Yeah.
it's just a mistake, but it's still a sin. Like you should, pay
She
attention.
pretty much
to people.
neglection. She
Yeah.
neglected to even. She's like, "I'm here to listen,"
Right.
and then was like, "Nah, it's fine."
Yeah, and it's still a sin. So, and then how did she even die? She was still alive after the car crash. How did she die? Was it just like over time she bled out from the car crash?
I don't know.
They never showed exactly how she died.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So I didn't know why.
Same with the little girl. They don't show the little girl dying.
I assume she burned in the house. I assume.
Okay.
That's how I took it.
That one was a weird one. I was like trying to understand. At first, I was like, I was like, is this gonna be like a documentary style now? Like this, we're just gonna focus on this little girl who
Right.
has evil tendencies, and it's like a demon possession, something like that. I was like, it kind of took me out. That's why.
But it wasn't. It was
A standalone
Jesus
story.
psycho.
It's kind of interesting. Like if it wasn't a
Yeah.
part of this, but like it was
because
so
it came out
just
of
doesn't make
nowhere.
sense.
Yeah, and like the imaginary friend monster, I guess, is like the personification of her evil.
Yeah.
That she brought
That's what I
to
assume.
life. That she blames everything on because she didn't do it.
Yeah, she
She's
didn't.
the monster, but it is her. So
Even though she's the one who had the evil tendencies, it wasn't
Yeah.
Tony the monster.
Tony,
Tony the monster.
the Tony, give me the rigatoni.
I mean, to be fair, she was a pretty good actor.
she was good. At
I
it. She
think-
acted just like a kid would. Just the
A stuck-up little kid.
Yeah, but like just in the tendencies of just being like the way she talked in her tone of
Yeah.
like you don't understand what I'm saying, but she's the kid, so she obviously doesn't know.
She obviously doesn't know. She's pretty much talking
she's
to
like,
herself.
why don't you understand?
thing.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah.
Standalone, pretty good, but with this,
As a full story, it didn't really make sense. So 5.2 for me.
5.7 for me.
Yeah, he loved it apparently.
You think?
Kidding.
Think that much more points?
Yeah.
Not even a whole point more.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like it that much.
Yeah, and
It had potential.
Never rewatching it ever again, so that knocked it down.
So, but here's the thing. Is there anything you do like? Like you pretty much. Mine
Yeah, the
was just
cinematography overall was pretty good, and
Yeah.
the first and last segments were well written and acted and good.
Yeah.
The story was good.
the dark tones
Mhm.
and asking the difficult questions of life. Like those, the first and last. Like the whole middle is just a whole bunch of
It's just
unnecessary
useless.
stuff.
You don't need it.
the ending.
And like, yeah, it makes sense if you like really dive into it, but it's not enough.
Yeah. Do you recommend this movie at all? At least one watch through.
I said anybody who's just morbidly curious.
I would say the same thing.
Like it, I wouldn't say like, yeah, you need to watch this. It's, hey, if you have an hour and a half where you're just bored out of your mind, put it on.
oh, well, the way you
Got
can watch
interesting
it
themes,
is to just watch the beginning until the first story, and then cut through all of it.
because you're not missing it.
Because it's not very important to whatever Nathan is going through. It really
Yeah.
isn't.
It's not at all. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go into Clown in a Cornfield now.
Clown, a little bit better. No, a lot better.
Yeah, a lot better.
Two completely different movies, but still.
This is based off of the book Clown in a Cornfield. I have the book. I didn't finish it. I read the first 200 pages and then stopped. For what I remember from the book, it started out pretty accurate to the book. A few things changed, but overall, same story. So, pretty faithful. Yeah. All right. Overall score: 3, 2, 1,
8.1.
I gave it an 8. That was pretty good.
Wow.
Pretty similar on this one. This was a fun film.
It was.
Overall, I think it was very good. It did suffer from a little bit of pacing, and some of the writing was a bit cringe.
I thought the pacing was fine.
The jokes didn't land. The beginning was a bit slow. It was a bit of a setup, and again, that's how the book is. But slight drag, but it wasn't enough to like kill the movie. I was still thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
And yeah, the writing, I gave it a 7, just because some of the jokes they just did not land, or they.
I gave it a rating 7. It was pretty basic.
It was bad.
I'm gonna compare the writing of the relationship of Quinn and her father similar to Death of a Unicorn. I think they have a very, not quite the same. Obviously, they're both dealing with their mom's death.
Yeah.
And obviously, the angsty teenage daughter rebellion dad is just trying to do better. But I feel like Death of a Unicorn would have been better if their relationship was similar to this movie.
Yeah, this movie did it
handled it better.
Yeah. Like they still like enjoy each other's company, and there's still a daughter. They're not like super estranged, but they obviously have those struggles. It was more realistic.
Yeah.
To like a teenager and like a parent. So they did that pretty well.
That's what I liked about it. Yeah. I liked the music and the sound. I liked a lot of the clown themed music.
Yeah, that was nice.
But it wasn't like over the top.
Right.
It was still like
it was just
it was a fun movie, and it knows that. But it wasn't like Killer Clowns in Outer Space, where like it was completely wacky.
Yeah, it's not like a spoof. It got scary when it needed to, or horror. It wasn't really scary, but it got.
I
serious.
did not jump at all.
Yeah, it got serious when it needed to, and it got funny when it needed to.
Yeah,
especially when you just had a sick, brutal killing scene, and he walked away, and it just the clown squeaks as he walked away with the shoes.
Yeah, I love the cinematography.
That was pretty funny. It was pretty good cinematography. They had some cool shots of like the cornfield with like the orange sky. So it was nice to look at.
Yeah, so and I have an issue sometimes in like a lot of movies. They like the blur kind of like bugs my eyes a bit. Some movies.
Blur? What blur?
I don't know. Like in general, like some transition shots that they do, especially like running. I can't explain
like
it.
Motion blur.
Yeah, some motion blur. Like some people can handle the shots better in terms of like handling it. But like the really fast motions where they're running through the cornfield. I feel like I actually thought it was fine. And like sometimes like it bugs my eyes out. Like it kind of like
too much motion. You can't focus on something.
I think they did it well with the cornfield scene. For me, I didn't have an issue, but like I feel like if it was anybody else who like directed or like did those shots, I feel like they would have found a way to like make it so jarring that it was just.
What if I say this? This isn't. It could have been the intent, but what if I can trick your mind? If you're running through the cornfields, you're not gonna be able to see that well either.
Exactly.
So it made sense.
It made sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I like how they did it.
You can think of it that way.
I feel like I don't want to like try to like search for like a scene that's very similar. I don't know how to explain it, but like there's some movies that like it hurts my eyes when like they do like weird motion blur, like because it's just like that's why I like you turn motion blur off in games.
Motion blur blows.
Yeah, it's annoying, but it's necessary in movies because then you don't want like a soap opera effect.
Oh, I hate that. Where it's 60 frames per second.
But but there's a lot of the cornfield scene. but I was like, this wasn't actually too bad. Like I think they handled doing like that type of like running scene pretty good.
I give character development 10 out of 10. I think they did all the characters pretty well.
Mine was 7.5.
I think
I thought they were basic. Well. I liked Quinn and Cole finding out that Cole's pretty much gay. But the thing is, there's like not enough of like Rust and Cole to like actually like.
I felt I guess character development in this would go a little down, or maybe that's writing because it was how they were written. I don't know. Maybe. The acting with it, I think, was good, but
yeah, I thought the acting was good with it.
I felt like the relationships happened too quick.
Yeah, I think
like everything. It
was very subtle,
very fast.
I mean, it was. You would expect the typical Quinn getting with the
the bad boy.
I guess bad boy.
The guy always getting in trouble.
But then he finds out that like Cole and Rust, they used to be friends. Like it's hinted that, but like you don't even get an inkling of they had any relationship. And then all of a sudden, I actually like how they do the humor in like pretty much saying what the audience is thinking, but they did it really well. It's not like subtle. Like,
Yeah.
when they're like, "Oh,"
Right.
It was like people in the theater also were like, "Oh."
They kind of played with meta a little bit.
Yeah.
In a good way to where the movie's not meta.
Yeah, and I think the issue with it being like Rust and Cole, just having the relationship, it did feel like just put it out there.
Like forced just to check the box.
Yeah, there wasn't enough of like Rust and Cole, like
Right.
Like we don't get them actually together that much because then he's supposedly dead,
Right.
pretty much.
But
And
he's not.
they don't dwell on it, and then he comes back,
Mhm.
and then they kiss and make up. So I was like,
There was 2 scenes where they like hinted at it.
Yeah.
But they didn't like show it, so it kind of felt like out of left field.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what they were going for, like a shock, you know.
Yeah.
I guess.
oh well, not too big of a deal.
No.
A lot of their characters were pretty likable.
Yeah, they were all pretty. They were all teens, but they weren't like cringy teens to where it's like
They weren't like the
Gross.
typical, like the jock. What like when you think of like that friend group, you would have thought like the
douchebag
the two guys of the boyfriend of Ronnie, which is I think Matt.
Matt.
Like he's like a jock and he's dumb. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't actually like insufferable like you would
Right.
expect like the jocks to be.
Yeah.
Because like they kept saying, "Oh, stay away from this group." They
Right.
weren't really that bad.
No, they just they make fake videos, I guess.
They just make
YouTube
fun of
videos. But yeah, there's
They
no
just
harm
make
in
fun of
that. It's
movies.
just like Racka Racka. They do the same thing.
They were blamed for the firing.
Yeah.
The fire of the factory, which
Yeah.
turns out wasn't their fault.
Yeah.
They were telling the truth.
Yeah.
The sheriff was out to get them.
Cool. He was. And the teacher, and who was the woman? Was she one of the cops? Like
I don't
the
know.
deputy? I
I
forgot who
don't
she
think
was.
so. We didn't see any other cop.
It was just the sheriff.
Yeah.
Because there's the sheriff, there's the teacher, there was the convenience store.
Was that
guy.
the wife of Arthur Hill? The mayor? Was he the
No.
No,
It was
it
not the
wasn't.
wife. It was who was that? The waitress? I don't know. It was some woman.
Oh, you know, it could have been somebody. Because I know the waitress looked at the girl, that gave her the side eye.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Gotta go back and
who
look.
knows? But yeah, there's little subtle things of like the older folks of the town are very off.
Yeah, they
Children
like
kind of like children of the cornfield, but
Yeah.
opposite.
they like tradition.
Yeah,
If you mess with their style, they're gonna come get you. They're stuck in the '60s, man.
90s.
They're stuck in the '90s, man. They don't
So
wanna
yeah, I'm
progress.
confused. So the opening in 1991, I'm assuming, I guess it's a family tradition to be friendo and have serial killers.
Yeah, and wouldn't they know this happens every year?
Yeah,
That's my thing. Like, wouldn't they, if it's a yearly tradition, they say, or they just say tradition. I don't know if it's yearly. I don't know if they said that, but if they say it's tradition, it can't be every 100 years. I wouldn't assume. Wouldn't the kids know that, hey, this happened last year?
Yeah,
and wouldn't the whole town know?
Like, wouldn't like
kinda
anybody know that there's like serial killer on the loose at least?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
That was
little
the
bit
big
confusing to me. I'm not too keen on the lore.
Mhm.
I give the ending an 8. I like there was a wacky ending. I mean, it fit.
Mhm.
It fit well, but it felt rushed for sure.
Yeah.
I think
Everything tied up in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have time to like breathe.
Yeah.
I think I could have used like 15 more minutes. The movie.
How long was that movie?
Hour and 36.
I think they could have gone 15 minutes more.
Yeah. Just to, get the ending out there.
Yeah, I think 15 minutes more spent on some other things, I think, would have helped just a bit.
Yeah.
And make it a little bit, because you don't really get that much of Arthur Hill. He just seems mad at his son. You get to see that relationship, but it's like
It's
a couple of scenes. It's not,
yeah, they didn't really build up to it. It was a one scene with a few lines going, it was you killed our daughter. It was on your, you didn't directly kill her, but it was on your watch.
Yeah.
And that's his whole reason for just being a murderous guy who wants to kill his son. That's pretty extreme.
Yeah.
And
since this is a tradition, so he's done this before. So
yeah, isn't he trying to kill his son last year too? Or I think she died a year ago, so couldn't have happened last year because it didn't happen yet.
How did the daughter die again?
She drowned, I think, or she jumped off. No, she jumped off the cliff. They usually, it was like a one line. They didn't go into it. It's more in depth in the book. It's like a whole chapter.
Yeah, I think
Like
there's a lot of
flashback.
things that they glossed over that
Yeah.
probably would have been important.
Basically, they used to hang out at like a reservoir, and she jumped off like a cliff but missed the water, and I guess like cracked her head open and died.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that, where it's a big plot point. The whole movie's based around that, and you just give it a one line off. Like could have at least showed a flashback of it.
Yeah.
Just to give us some more.
Yeah.
To
I
drive
think.
that home.
How surprised were you with the sheriff being one of the friendos? I didn't find it too surprising. I was like, some of these adults were off. Like they're too nice, but they
Yeah.
seem to not like anybody who pretty much disagreed was like, you should stay away from that group.
Yeah.
That's why I thought maybe Rust was going to be part of it, but I was like, at this point, no.
Yeah.
Or even maybe Cole would have been part of that. That's what
I thought it was going to switch to be him. I didn't,
because he was like, I got this demon in me or something like that.
They got so much stuff going on.
Yeah, I got so much stuff going on.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know if that was meant to be about Rust.
Maybe.
But yeah, that's what I didn't think it was that, but I was like, is he killing people?
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, I didn't finish the book, so I didn't know who it was, so it was a surprise to me, and I don't know if it was the same. I would assume they would keep all of that the same. But some of the times on the walkie-talkies, I was like, that sounds like the sheriff a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, maybe it is, but I wasn't like, yeah, that's definitely the sheriff.
Who was
and then once
the one with the doctor, though?
I don't know. That's one of my negatives. Why is nobody looking who these people are?
Yeah.
Nobody.
But shout out to the doctor, though. He was pretty smart with it.
He was good.
He was like, he's like, I need your help. Do it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, you're going to need to leave that in.
Yeah.
And he's like,
no.
I know the basic medical thing of like a lot of like wherever there's certain spots where like you want to keep whatever object is in. And he's like, keep it in there. I'm a doctor. I think you should listen to the doctor.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't even want to kill him. He just was like, hey, I warned you.
Yeah. Yeah, he technically didn't kill him. He killed himself.
He stabbed him and he's like, all right, well, you keep it there. Keep the knife in there. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Nope. He's going to take it out. Be the hero.
He's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. That was my negative. Why is nobody looking at who these people are? And of course, it would ruin like the surprise. But like, I would want to know who
I feel like
kill me.
If you reveal some of the friendos that like aren't like well known, like you would have obviously known the sheriff,
right?
But
or you would have been like, "Who is that?" Sure, they could have done it in a better way. I'm sure.
So also,
mm-hmm.
the sheriff took Cole. He's part of the friendo group.
Mm-hmm.
Their whole goal was to capture Quinn. Anyways, why didn't he just do it at that point? He could have just.
Was it about Quinn though? I thought it was about just Cole.
It was, but then they captured Quinn and then made her watch, and then I guess maybe they were gonna kill her. It's all fuzzy.
Yeah, yeah. The main thing was obviously Cole, and everybody else is just like part of it. So get rid of them. But why you gotta make it to a whole? Why all these movies, all these villains, you gotta make into a big show? Just kill them.
Yeah,
why didn't the sheriff just off from right in the car?
I guess it's about clowns. Clowns like to have like showmanship.
True.
So I guess that's the theme about that. Maybe. But then again, it did feel rushed. I was like, at that point, if they just captured Quinn at that point after the house, like it was all unnecessary. They killed everybody else except Quinn. Why leave Quinn alive though? At all? I
don't know.
I feel like there should have been a better reason that she survived. Like I feel like she should have. I feel like she should have tried. Like she should have escaped. Like they shouldn't have captured her. I feel like it was just like, what's the point of capturing her? Not any real reason. It kind of didn't make sense.
True.
That's another negative.
There's a lot of loose ends. That just stuff happens.
It's still a fun movie.
Yeah, and it's just movie stuff. Every movie has this stuff.
I thought it's not trying to be Oscar-worthy movie.
Yeah, it's just a fun. It's a horror comedy.
So it's a little fun.
It's like on par with Hard Eyes. It's just a fun comedy movie.
Like a lot of Hard Eyes didn't make sense. Or you're like, what?
Right. You just got.
But it was still fun. Characters are likable. I think that's what's the most important about these types of movies, where the characters are actually likable,
right?
And they're not insufferable. And every 5 minutes, they say exactly everything that's going on, like every single little detail.
Yeah, they don't explain.
Is that Bucky?
Is that Bucky? No shit. I thought Kevin Durant did a good job. I don't know if you know, he was in X-Men Origins. He's the Blob.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, it's that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know, like he's hasn't been in anything that I've known for like forever. I'm like, yeah, I know that guy. He's the Blob.
Yeah, I knew. There's some other movies.
And he was good. I mean, he really can play a different type of Joker.
Yeah, when he
pretty
first
good in that
makeup. I was like, oh, Joker?
Yeah, he looked pretty good in that makeup, Joker-wise.
Kevin Durant? No. Kevin Durand. Durand. Not Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good actor.
What other movies?
He's in Abigail.
Kingdom of the Planet. Oh yeah, he was
he's
in
the one
Kingdom.
ape. He's
He
the
is.
villain ape, I think.
Yeah. He's
Real
in.
Steel.
He's in Legion, Real Steel,
He's in a lot of
Wild
stuff.
Hogs.
Yeah. He's in the new Naked.
The new one.
Yeah. Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson's is my shit.
He was in Lost, that series.
Oh,
He
the
was
TV
in Resident Evil Retribution.
Interesting. He's a good villain.
He was in Scooby Doo 2. Who did he play?
Scooby Doo. Like a voice actor, maybe?
Swamp Thing. He was in Swamp Thing. Maybe he was Swamp Thing.
He was
No.
the Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got a lot of movies. A lot of movies I don't think I've seen, so. But I know him. We know him. Not Kevin Durant. Basketball player. No.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty good. I would recommend this to anybody who likes clown, slashers, and just a loose, fun horror movie.
Fun, gory.
Yeah. A lot of gore, a lot of great kills.
It was.
I
like the way that they do the camera trick, like especially with like the
chainsaw,
the scythe, like it was like
the scythe
or the
beginning.
pitchfork.
Yeah. And then
they did it like twice.
Yeah. And the one near the end with the chainsaw, with the one girl died. It was just kind of like this happened, and it just seemed brutal the way the camera moved with it. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, I think they didn't spend too long time like making the characters like struggle for no reason,
right?
Like dragging out the scene for no reason,
right? It was just you're dead. The best kill I think was the hey, it's Friendo.
Like it's different with Arthur Clown though. Like if he drags out, he does it intentionally.
Yeah.
But for this, wouldn't have made sense.
It's one and done. So yeah, a lot of great kills. Fun for the gore fans. Yeah. Go see this movie. Give it some money.
Go see it.
Go get. There's 3 books, so there might be 3 movies. They did kind of leave it open.
Is Quinn a part of all that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't even finish the first book.
That's why maybe I was thinking because like there's a lot of characters that survived. Quinn, Cole, Russ, the dad.
Right.
So
maybe it happens again next year and they come back. Or one of those stories, maybe.
I'm assuming maybe there's more friendos, like more people in the town that were. Like,
well, I'm sure some of them lived.
They didn't know. Yeah.
You know, they can't. There was like a bunch of them. They didn't kill them all, so I'm sure they'll regather. And wait, did the dad die? No, he lived. Okay, I was like, I missed.
He taught her how to drive stick.
No, the Arthur Hill. How did he die? And how? I missed that.
I think he ran away.
He ran. Okay, I completely
I think
forgot.
he might have drove away.
Wait, did he die? So
he drove away in the car that had Cole
on
top of it.
So he might come back. I was like, wait, he didn't die though.
Oh yeah, after when the teacher with the chainsaw came back,
he exploded.
I don't know why he thought that was a good idea. Like, I'm gonna get you with the chainsaw at the car.
Or you can just throw the chainsaw out the window. This holding it like this, he just blows up. Yeah. We're gonna test that, see if it works.
Yeah, we're now Mythbusters.
Yeah, we're gonna test that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where the dad went. I think Arthur
he just
left.
Like,
he drove away, and then that was it.
My mind.
So I guess he'll come back.
He can come back. He's got unfinished business.
There's potential for a good, fun little trilogy.
Yeah, you can make this. Depending on how the books do, they sell, so they're pretty good.
They sell.
And then one last thing, and then we'll end it. Is the ending jump cut? It was like a year because she's going to college now.
Oh yeah.
So it was like a year jump, I think. It kind of seemed like harsh. They didn't even say it. Like 1 year later, you just have to assume because she's off to college now. I was like, all right. It just kind of seemed like out of left field. It was like we're a year later now.
Well, maybe the next movie is going to be around that time. So like they just did a jump cut.
But it just felt weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, a personal thing, whatever.
Personal.
But yeah, that's
just a personal issue.
Rest of our review.
It's just a personal issue.
It's just a personal issue. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That will conclude this little fun little thing of kind of a bunch of small little items.
Yeah. In the future, we might review more than one movie. Short reviews. We don't need to go in depth. And we're thinking about a new type of episode structure where we just do a complete deep dive into a specific movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example...
Or actors or actresses.
Right. For example, like The Thing. There's a lot to delve into. So we can delve into the story, some theories, what other... formats it's in, or video games, board game, we'll talk about like the whole history.
Us movies that you want us to deep dive in. We'll kind of go down the rabbit hole of the lore. So you guys give us that because we like movies, like the horror movies, but not everyone likes the exact same horror movies.
Right.
So it'd be nice to see what you guys also want. So let us know in the comments. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Let us know. Let us know. So yeah.
Let us know.
Okay.
Let it snow.
Let it snow.
It's Christmas now.
Woo.
You're actually watching this in Christmas.
Christmas in July. Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next week with a new fun-filled episode with who knows what, but
Yeah.
we'll get there. And it'll be fun. So we hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to subscribe on all of our platforms. You know where we're at. We're on X. We're on
Twitter.
Okay.
Don't
We're on
call it X.
We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. Yeah, we're everywhere.
Yeah.
So follow us. Keep leaving comments.
Yeah, we love the comments.
We're getting a lot more.
We love to
comments
see all
now.
that engagement.
Yeah, we're getting a lot more. Give
Make
us your
sure
thoughts.
to find your way to the YouTube channel. I mean,
And
you're obviously here now.
Right. And the Discord, which will be in all the descriptions. Join it, fill it up, commune, talk.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want in there.
Talk amongst
yourselves.
yourselves.
Among us.
And interact with us as well.
Yes, interact.
Interact.
If we're ever in the channel, we may talk to you. We're celebrities. You have to wait in line. You know.
Okay.
We'll get to that when we get there. But yeah, we'll see you next time.
See you on the pod.